Hey guys, so for this video, this is what you'll need. You'll need 1 to 1.5 kg of chicken, about 3 tablespoons of red chili powder, 3 tablespoons of garlic ginger paste, and salt to taste. That would be your ingredients to marinate the chicken, and this is what you'll need to make the curry. You'll need 300 grams of red onions, 1000 grams of chopped or crushed tomatoes, 3 teaspoons of kasoori methi, 1.5 teaspoons of garam masala, 3 tablespoons of kashmiri chili powder, 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, 9 tablespoons of cream, and 8 tablespoons of sugar. For the tools, you'll need about 2 pots. You'll need a sieve, preferably a big one. You'll also need a hand blender. If you don't have a hand blender, you can use like a really big blender, but I feel like that just gets a little bit too messy and too many things to clean. So a hand blender would be best. You'll need some kind of garshi or spatula or a wooden spoon, whatever you use to cook, and then you'll also need a really big spoon. So we're going to start off by marinating the chicken. So you're going to add all of your ingredients in. You're going to add the red chili powder, the ginger garlic paste, and also the salt. For your chicken, make sure it is very thinly sliced because it'll taste really good in the butter chicken. You want to marinate that, cover it up, and put it away in the fridge while you're making your curry. So I forgot to mention, you do need about a cup of butter because we are making butter chicken. And what I just do is I chop them up into about 4 pieces, and I use one of the pieces to cook the curry in. So instead of using oil, I just use the butter. Once the butter is melted and it is hot, you're going to add the onions, and you're going to cook the onions until they start to release a little bit of water. Once the onions are cooked for about 7 to 8 minutes, you want to go ahead and add the tomatoes in. Now you can use fresh tomatoes, you can use canned tomatoes, you can use crushed, you can use chopped, you can use blended already, which you don't need to. But you just gotta put them in there because once they cook, you're gonna blend it up anyway, so it doesn't matter what form they're in. But I like to use the canned tomatoes because of the color, and it gives it a really nice color for the butter chicken. And then after you mix in the tomato, you're gonna add in the ginger garlic paste. Once that's cooked in, you're going to add the sugar as well. And you basically want this to cook for about another 8 minutes or so. Get everything mixed in together, let all the aromas out and all that. And you're also going to add in the kashmiri mirch and the garam masala as well. And now you're going to let it sit for about 8 minutes. If you are using whole tomatoes, you want everything to cook until the tomatoes are really squishy and juicy and they've released a lot of their juices and everything's like really soft, because you're going to blend it up after and you need everything to be pretty soft. If you are using chopped tomatoes or diced tomatoes, you want to make sure that they're cooked properly before you do the blending process. And then using the hand blender, you just stick that right in and blend everything up until it becomes as smooth as you can get it. If there are chunks in there, don't worry because we will be able to get those out. But try to blend it as much as you can and try not to leave any chunks. Then you're going to take a new pot, put the sieve over it, and you're basically going to pour the curry into the sieve, and taking the spoon, you're going to crush it through the sieve, and basically you will get a very velvety smooth curry, or the butter part of the butter chicken, and all the chunks that are left, you'll be able to take them out. And trust me, this process is a mission, but it makes such a difference in how your butter chicken looks and how it feels when you eat it, and all that goodness. It's legit restaurant style. I mean, if you guys do want to keep the chunk pieces in there, that's totally up to you, personal preference. But this is how I make the butter chicken, and this is what I do to get it to be legit velvety smooth. Look how creamy that is. It's wonderful. Okay, now you're gonna cook your chicken. So while the curry's sitting on the side, you're gonna cook your chicken, and I usually just use a stir fry pot, but you can use whatever pot you use to cook your chicken, and you're just gonna let it cook until it's fully cooked, and then you're gonna add this into the butter chicken after. So now you're just going to heat up the curry a bit. You want to keep stirring it because it will bubble, and when it bubbles it makes such a big mess. So once it's hot again, you're going to add the chicken into it, mix it in. And this is where you're going to add the remaining butter and the cream. Once the butter and cream is all melted and mixed in, you just want to add in the kasoori methi, mix that in, cook it through, and put it in a pot ready to eat. Make sure you top it off with some yogurt or cream to get that really tasty look, and you can eat it with rice or naan. That is my full recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, or if you tried it and how it came out.
You can bet your dollar on me. Promise I'll be everything you want and you need. You got me going up and above, I can't get enough. It's like you put a spell on me. If you really about it, then I'm about it for sure. Yeah, you know I'm different than the ones before. Ain't nobody gotta know, we can keep it on the low. You're the one I've been looking for.